Yeah. We are missing Bird, so Sarah Bobbington would be a caterpillar. If you would like to switch gears to go over to our silly little guys.
I'm Zandra, the interactive hard hat, and I am playing Dr. Duchess Thrayce, the hedgehog hedge wizard. And she was really looking forward to not killing anyone for a little while, but it appears we're on the road again.
And Dizzle, you may be muted.
I am Dizzle, aka Dizzy, aka Dizzy Bloom. I am playing Grippy Sox, the frog monk, and he is very excited to kill again, as he has recently discovered.
And Tegan.
I'm Tegan. I am playing Dasha, the feral elf child witch who doesn't know she's a witch.
I love that.
Um,
The freaking latest. I just found that meme. Trying to. Did you end up reading the meme I posted?
oh, I don't think I saw it yet.
Trying to work out what kind of bird I could hear. Then realized it was my neighbor's baby crying and being answered by a crow. Took about 10 minutes, but the crow calmed it. And now both baby and crow are cawing to each other. I'm not saying this is how you get witches, but
This is Dasha's origin story.
this is literally Dasha's origin story.
This is when Dasha's mother left the house. Ksenia would babysit Dasha in exactly this manner.
Exactly. When last we left our adorable heroes, you all had gotten everything in order for your potion shop. You brewed your first batch of potions, some of them being by the books, orderly, properly prepared healing potions, and some of them being random goddamn shit that that Dasha threw together, as well as many magic-y things that she could find. And out came some potions.
Let's not forget the amazing cauldron that is a nod to Baba Yaga's house that hops around on its little chicken feet.
The walking cauldron, yes. Brought, animated by Baba Yaga herself, though it is that fact is above Dasha's head. The first potions that she brewed in it.
Far and away.
Animated.
However, I am imagining Dasha having some pretty entertaining arguments with the cauldron. Yes. Because, she only just got this thing. She's only just figuring out how it works. She knows that she can tell it to hold still by saying, keep your back to the shop, cauldron, and your front to me. But it doesn't always listen. So a regular day in the shop is frequently punctuated by Dasha screaming and chasing her cauldron around.
When last we left off, you had brewed all of these potions. You had meticulously decorated your shop, prim and proper, tied together, witchy and slightly gory, the walking cauldron. And then Finn arrived and bought out your entire stock of potions.
Yeah, then he paid our rent for a month.
And then paid your rent for a month.
Over the table. Is he based on Finn from Adventure Time? Because I cannot fight this suspicion.
Oh, he is absolutely based on Finn from Adventure Time.
I knew it.
He is Finn the human. He's just not the last human, so nobody calls him that.
I suspected immediately, and I knew it.
Yep.
Once we got to know the himbo aspect of his character, I couldn't fight it anymore.
Yes, absolutely. But
Finn is so lucky that Charles here. Charles would have came on to him so hard.
Oh God.
Been a very raccoon in the shop.
He is quite unfortunately phytosexual.
I've met a few of those.
He only fucks phytoplankton?
No, he
No, they only get turned on by fighting.
Yep.
Met a few.
Combatosexual, I understand.
Yep.
Charles quite a point.
But he's pretty demi, to be perfectly honest. Like he doesn't really have that much of a sex drive. He just likes fighting shit and tracking down dangerous stuff that nobody else can and doing stuff that nobody else can.
Actually, that's probably another reason that it's good that Charles wasn't there. Because, like, Charles could be very easily twisted into a, god of death and secret. Yeah, like, could very easily be twisted into an evil character.
Twisted?
With some true facts.
Charles is... Hold on. Roll it back, Dizzle. Charles is lawful evil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no twisting necessary.
You did all the
by
twisting
definition.
yourself, friend. You twisted.
Charles did the twisting. Because remember, Charles was chaotic neutral before, but became lawful evil because of choices that he made.
Well, and the pit. I seem to remember the pit doing some of that.
Yeah, the pit definitely.
But he didn't fight it.
Yeah, that is a very point.
In this area, in a nearby area, the pantheon is Sequoia, the goddess of life and rocket launchers, as the good deity.
Sequoia is chaotic neutral, so good is even a stretch for her.
It's relative.
It is relative with our party, especially with our party, yes.
Prinkex did
Good left and keeps an eye on you from a safe distance.
Yes, exactly.
And every day, Memory Transfer looks down and shakes her head. It's like, this is all my fault.
Yes. Yes, it is. And yes, she does.
As Charles tributes smutty literature fan fiction about the two of them throughout the known universe.
Yes. And many unknown universes. You know
Especially
how
the unknown universes.
You're writing fan fiction. You know how the multiverse works. That just means they're up from you.
In some places, literature, it's just new.
It's just what?
It's just the new.
It's just the nudes?
News.
Oh, just the news.
Like,
yes.
Wait, most of this happened.
Fan fiction. And it comes to a new meaning once you've been to the bottom of the pit.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Well, Finn is ready to leave whenever you are.
Dasha is attempting to attach a leash to her cauldron. I'm ready!
How many of those healing potions are you immediately taking? Is it
as many as I can carry?
No, I'm asking Finn because he bought all of them. Are you immediately taking all of them? Do we need to make you more? I can make 4 a day.
It should take us at least 3 days to get there. Should be enough. Hopefully.
Can't really make them on the road.
Yeah, I need this, and I pat at the large quarter of my corner filled with a master alchemist station.
What about that? He points at the cauldron.
I suppose it's not my property, but Dasha, would you allow me?
Well, you have to ask the cauldron.
I walk over to the cauldron. Hello, Mr. Cauldron. Would you let me brew healing potions in you?
It hops up and down, splashing some of the liquid inside. What's currently in the cauldron?
Ooh, good question.
You're pissed.
Ooh, see, I wish I had a working computer right now because then I could have a random number generator that gave me like different natural items. You're gonna have to show me how to do that.
Yes.
GA is a great tool. You will learn to love it.
Yes.
Noted. I don't have a working computer right now, but
let me just
we'll get to all of that.
Let me just ask real quick, because I've got...
All right. I'm open to suggestions.
I'm going to pull up the transcript of the last session, and then
Reindeer.
I'm going to ask it.
Reindeer.
It'd probably be whatever potion was last made, so the bottom of the list
no,
of what potions you got.
That's not what it's going to give me.
No, it's whatever Dasha just randomly threw in there last.
Reindeer eat Amanita muscaria, and then it comes out in their piss. So if you drink this, it's just like
okay, no, Dasha definitely has some Amanita reindeer piss in the cauldron. No one knows where she got it. Presumably too afraid to ask.
There's just so much.
Actually, Dizzle, this reminds me, when I was in Virginia a few weeks ago, y'all, I went to the fucking smoke shop by my friend's apartment to go buy a Delta 8 vape because I needed weed while I was there. And like, even though Virginia's medical, my friends don't have cards. So like, we had to go to the smoke shop. I saw mushroom gummies there, but they were not psilocybin mushroom gummies. They were Amanita muscaria gummies.
Yeah, I've seen that out here.
No. I'm here to tell you, don't fucking do that without supervision. You need somebody who has done that shit before, who has also been under the supervision of, like, the equivalent of a qualified professional. Amanita is not kid shit. It's not psychedelic. It is not for fun times. Most people have really bad trips on it. So what I really wanted to do was buy these Amanita gummies and bring them home. One, so I can mess around with them because I'm fucked up like that, but also
You want to share a
give
bad
someone
trip like
when I
share a
want to
bad
give
trip.
someone the worst night of their life when they really deserve it.
Dizzle, can you turn your microphone off and on again real quick?
I'm making a new document that'll have what our current stock for the store is from Dr. Thrace's end.
Yeah.
I'll post that in Genesis info in just a minute.
Okay.
Believe it or not, we have a lot of nothing of certain things.
All
Pick.
right. I am going to post the answer that it gave me in OOC, and then I'll read off some bits of it.
All right.
Random strange ingredients in Dasha's Cauldron. It first gave me a list of solid ingredients, which it wasn't quite what I wanted. So I asked it again, what strange and witchy base liquids? Blood, animal, or her own, depending on the ritual or potion. Tears, from specific creatures or emotional states. Bone broth, made from simmering various animal bones. Swamp water, collected from a haunted or sacred swamp. And absinthe, for hallucinogenic and mind-altering properties.
Oh,
Let's see. Shall I select from the list?
Go for it.
All right. How many do I get to choose? I'm thinking like one liquid to suspend everything in, and probably like 2 to 3 solid ingredients.
2 liquids and 3 solid ingredients.
2 liquids, 3 solids. Okay, so for liquids, I'm thinking some swamp water and let's see. We're gonna go with absinthe. Let's keep things interesting.
Yes. Heaven only knows
Also,
where you got the absinthe.
seriously loving playing a wild magic character. This is so great.
So cursed, a stolen memory from a forgotten dream.
Okay, you know what? That's actually so good that I have to throw that in there. A stolen memory from a forgotten dream. One of the non-liquid ingredients. Let's.
I like the bonus at the bottom.
We have. The bonus is good too. I haven't decided what her deepest desires and fears are, though, so I'm holding off on using that.
That's fair.
But I definitely also want to add.
I included the prompt that I used. As a fantasy
nice.
witch, what kind of random, strange ingredients would be in Dasha's Cauldron at the end of the session?
Marvelous.
Because if I just said...
Okay.
I'm going to explain some of the reasons why I said what I said. Fantasy witch. I originally just said witch, but it might not give me quite as... might not give me actual magical ingredients and might give me, like, historical, like, mustard seed kind of thing. So as a fantasy witch, what kinds of random, strange ingredients? Because if I just asked for ingredients, it would give me, regular herbs and things like that. So
right, we want to go to the farthest reaches.
Exactly. And would be in Dasha's Cauldron at the end of the session. Because I'm asking the document that is the script, it knows that you it knows that you are Dasha. It knows who Dasha is, so it can track that you had a cauldron and that you made wild magic ingredients stuff in it. And by the end, you're gonna have stuff.
This tool has gotten so much more sophisticated, even just in the couple years since you started using it.
It really is. And prompt engineering is a real kind of skill.
And you know what? And it's something I've always struggled with because I think for me, like in the specific way, like one of the specific ways that my autism tends to affect me is putting things into words can be very difficult for me sometimes. So like when I'm trying to Google something, like the answer to a question, like I like sometimes I have trouble phrasing what I'm looking for.
Think of it,
but I like the examples that you give because they're really like you're good at asking specific questions.
Yeah, and if if I were to give an analogy that would be helpful, as mildly anxiety-inducing as this may be, treat it like you are texting the most irritable person you've ever heard of.
Right, and they're going to overinterpret everything you say.
Overinterpret literally everything you say.
Okay. No, that actually helps because
so treat it like
it seems like the more specific you get with the prompt, the better result you end up with.
Absolutely. And so treat it like a text and that you're simmering on and that you can't quite figure out how to word and just like go back to it. Like sometimes I spend an hour on a
really
text.
Excellent, weirdly specific advice.
Because you can ask a question over and over again from the machine. You can restart your conversation anytime you want.
Right.
So if you figured out
or
the
you
right
can
way to
clarify,
phrase
like, I meant it like this. I meant it to be like more this way.
And you can oftentimes edit the last one you made, because I use Google Gemini because it has the longest memory.
Oh yeah, and it's also like super accessible. It's right in my phone.
Yeah. But yeah, like stew on it, like you would an anxiety text.
Okay. I appreciate the ongoing advice about like prepping to DM my first game as we go, because
you're very welcome.
There's a lot to think about.
Yeah.
Okay, but back to the ingredients. So for the non-liquid ingredients, I'm going to do one from each category. I am going with a pinch of luminous dust from a fallen star, a stolen memory from a forgotten dream, a rusty key that unlocks a door to nowhere, suspended in swamp water and absinthe.
Ooh, how do you? I'll give you an answer if you can't come up with one. But how would you have acquired a stolen memory from a forgotten dream?
Let's see. I'm thinking. So the thing about playing Dasha, because Sequoia was very aware of her abilities and all the things that she can do. Dasha is not. So like when I play her and I describe, like where things are coming from inside of her, like she's not conscious of those things, but I am, because I'm playing her, I'm making the decisions. I think in Dasha's case, Dasha can astral project when she dreams, but she doesn't know how. She doesn't know how she does it, and she's not really aware that she's doing it because, her mother's dead. Her mother would have explained this to her by this point, but no one has, her mother would have explained, like, oh yes, like it's normal for us to have like these kinds of dreams, and like, and be able to describe that to her and give her a framework for understanding it. But without that guidance, Dasha is just chaotic and reckless. So she's
talk, but way more awkward.
Right. So she's begun to astral project in her dreams, and she
can enter other
is sort of she's aware that she's going somewhere else. She's aware that she's been somewhere else and brought something back, but she doesn't really have any context for it. Like if you ask Dasha, oh, where did you get this ingredient? She wouldn't be able to give you a clear answer.
Okay, I love that.
Because she is very aware of the difference between waking and dreaming. But then she comes back from dreaming and she has these things in her pockets and she's not sure where they came from or how she acquired them. Like she remembers acquiring them. But when she leaves the shop to go and she'll leave the shop to go and try to find the physical place where she remembers acquiring the object. But when she leaves the shop and runs through the streets and she walks all around the town, all through the forest, and she can't find where she acquired the items that she woke up with in her pocket.
Yes. So, yeah. I think that there's a combination of the mental things, like the stolen memory from a forgotten dream you could have got from astral projecting, from dream walking. The objects...
From projecting into someone else's dream.
Yes. The objects are
without understanding what she's doing.
But maybe she sleepwalks.
I feel like that's actually a really good trait for her. And I think because she's just such an eccentric little kid, sleepwalking really fits with her character.
And there is something very, very, very strange about this that nobody in your party would realize. Elves don't sleep.
Do I know
Shit,
elves
that's
don't
right.
But Dasha's been going to bed with us every night when we go to lay down to go to bed.
Dasha sleeps.
Dasha.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is a kid.
elves
I
don't.
probably assume Dasha's like half elven.
Honestly, I was actually thinking about changing her to half elf because I feel like it just adds like that.
It does add an
Extra.
extra flavor.
Yeah,
Yeah. Is it too late to switch her to a half elf?
absolutely. We can switch
Okay,
her to half
cool.
elf.
I'd like to edit. Like to retroactively edit my character.
I would say that Dasha doesn't know she's a half elf.
Right, because her mom's an elf, so she always
Yeah.
assumed. She doesn't know. She never met her dad.
Exactly. So she always just assumed she was an elf, and her mom never told her any different. That was a
She could be
conversation for
half
later.
apocalyptic horror for all we know.
Right, exactly. We don't know what the other half is.
Exactly.
She just looks elven.
Looks like an elf I met in community college, sure.
Yeah.
That's
In which case, some swamp water and absinthe splashes on your face, Dr. Thrace, as the cauldron jumps up and down. That was a bit of a tangent to go through to figure out what splashed on your face because it jumped, but I think it was worth it.
Was I aware what was in this? Is this
I'm
smell?
guessing not.
No.
I'm betting not.
Oh boy. So I get a face of alcohol and mucky water.
Yes.
Well, like, okay, but absinthe is like, it's very bitter because of all the wormwood, and it has a very licorice-like taste from the fennel and the anise seed. Those are the three key ingredients in absinthe. So it's very bitter. If it gets in your eyes or your nose, it stings like crazy because it's a very, very high proof alcohol. And if it gets in your mouth, it tastes like bitter.
I'm going to use press.
Like if somebody distilled good and plenties.
I'm going to
I
use
like those licorice jelly.
use Presto to get it out of my mucous membranes. And say that sounds like a yes, but I think I should clean it out first.
It backs away on its haunches a little bit and bubbles angrily.
You hurt his feelings.
It stung my eyeballs.
He didn't mean it.
I did not intend offense to it either. But I think that'll change the effects of any healing potion I brew in it.
Tell him you're sorry.
Can you tell me exactly what I'm sorry for first, so that I don't do it again? I want to know exactly what I did that upset it.
It's okay. I'll tell him. Dasha leans over to the cauldron and whispers to it. And then it starts shaking its hind end happily like a dog wagging its tail when it has no tail to wag.
Dasha can convince it to become empty, but it fiercely guards whatever liquid is currently within.
Yeah, I'll take a couple minutes to sanitize it and brush it down before I fill full with the magic crystals and I assume well water we use. And
boiled
say,
well
okay,
water.
we can get brewing. Brewing.
Well then, yes. With that, you will be able to make your checks on the road. If it was any other kind of cauldron, you would not. Almost like I thought ahead. I didn't, but it's almost like it.
Almost. If we start getting much more wealthy, we could rent a portable, or even buy a portable alchemist station that would let me do it every night.
Nice.
But we don't have that yet.
Well, Finn is just hanging out at the tavern whenever y'all are ready to leave.
We decided that we're backpacking it and not taking the wagon.
Correct. Do we want to take Nicole along? A full party member yet, or will she be in the way? Should we ask if Finn has a horse? There's a real possibility that Finn has a horse.
Yeah, because that would be good so that we can bring Sarah Bobbington backpack with us. Because, I have the strength to carry it. I just don't have, physical space on my body to carry it. I guess I could lash it to my backpack, because I'd just be dropping them both combat anyways.
Let's presume he has a horse. And if he doesn't, Nicole can follow us at a slow pace.
Yeah, because didn't want to bring the wagon so that Nicole can round.
There is a way to check to see if Finn has a horse. Go over to the town stables, and it should be pretty obvious which one's his, if he's got one.
Fair.
Fair.
Whichever one is decked out in magic shit.
Yeah, I've got detect magic, so...
DM, I do that.
Well, y'all wander over to the Moonstep stables. There is a barn attached to it. Make me perception checks.
First roll of the night. Let's see, baby.
Oh, that's right. Perception's its own button up.
Fucking go! I forgot what my perception bonus is.
I think it's +6.
6? Oh, that's not bad.
It seems like
that gives me an 11.
Progression now.
25.
Well, shit.
19.
11.
Dasha, you've never seen so many horses in cages before, and you're a little bit confused by this. You may be upset.
Unsettled.
So you're not paying attention to much else. Doctor, none of these look like they would belong to somebody like Finn. Unless one of those magically disguised, and you turn on your detect magic to...
I do.
Check it around. How do you cast detect magic?
I take a little worn brass monocle without a lens out of a little pocket, and I rub the air in the middle of it while chanting a little spell, and then I can look through the little monocle and look around for magical auras.
Wonderful. By chant a little spell, you are using the remnants of old Ossian magic, so it sounds more like you're shrieking in fax machine, but the rest of it works. And looking through, none of these horses are magical.
I don't see anything.
What does look magical is the lock on that barn. It's a big old padlock with the chains wrapped around the handles.
Pretty fancy.
That makes sense to have a magic padlock on a barn. This would be a safe place to stable Nicole while we are gone if we can't bring Nicole with us.
I agree. But if Finn doesn't have a we could bring Nicole, of the one of us that is likely to be able to support him best, mostly just wants us to keep our distance. So the three of us could ride on Nicole to stay out of the way, but still close enough for the, what did he call it? Tap chin for a second. Share?
We could kite ourselves around the villain.
Ah, yes. Lead string.
The remnants of an isekai some 40 years ago. Do you have everything that you need? Have you
picked up the grapple?
Yeah. You've got food enough for all of you for probably a week?
Yes.
You said it would take 3 days, correct?
Yes, and most of that is getting to High Ridge Town. The first 2 days are getting to High Ridge Town.
Understandable. Well, we
Rations,
have master foragers here, so I imagine we'll probably be good if we have a week of backup food.
We have 11 days of ration between all of I was in wagon, but then I'll back. So we have 11 days worth of ration. So enough to make the trip 3 times or 4 times. So that's plenty.
Fantastic.
There and back.
Well, then in that case, have you decided on whether you're taking the Colt?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
though next I'll become as fast as the Colt because I'm taking the fleet feat, and then I get also an additional 10 feet from my monk class, so I get 15 feet of feet next level.
What damn.
Grippy becomes me boy.
Fantastic.
Throw your arms up behind you and go.
Oh yeah. In a world of men wearing mobile fortresses on their body, few things are more terrifying than a tiny, loudly squawking, armored little guy sprinting towards you at fucking speeds that would make Usain Bolt bream his jeans.
Outrunning the guys on the horses.
goes with the. I've always wanted to make a monk that kind of dresses like a wizard, which Grippy does. And so people are like, get the wizard. Ho ho. You have made a mistake. Thank you for closing the disc.
I believe we tell Finn we're ready to go.
Yeah.
I am just pulling up the script for 108, which is the session where it was pretty much just a few of you, but it was traveling along the Moonlight Road. And
Yeah, getting to the town.
yes, between High Ridge and Moonstep, the entire journey took place in that episode. So I went to that one and I asked the.
Oh, hey, sorry, I'll gotta step away from my phone for a second. I'll be right back.
Gotcha. And I asked it to give me a list of random encounters along the Moon Road compatible with Pathfinder 2E. I suppose I could have asked for a more specific challenge rating list.
Yeah, we can take another chimera. You got Finn this time.
Yeah, I think never mind.
Well,
And with runic body, I'm gonna start dealing some real damage. Like,
Oh, I keep a runic body prepped at all times.
once I take the Dragon's Dance feat, just goddamn 2d10 plus 1. Like,
just a second. Give me a list of slightly higher level encounters that might be glimpsed from afar. So you head to the Howling Moon Inn. Finn is at the front talking to the barkeep. The bar is fairly crowded, as this one is. It's a multi-level thing. The village is a fairly busy town for people passing through with goods. It's a bit of a crossroads, so the sound is a little overpowering at first. The smell is more so. What do you do?
Have we spent much time here in the downtime we had?
Yeah, specifically was mentioned that you spent a lot of time in this place.
Specific. Perfect. Then yeah, however I've learned is best to get the barkeep's attention. What time of day is it? Is it around a mealtime?
It's morning.
Perfect. But yeah, I get the barkeep's attention and attempt to order food for the road.
What'd you bring your own plates? She says. This is not the previous bar, but a lithe woman with greenish scales along her neck and cheeks, probably about
God.
7 feet tall.
Oh boy. Do you know the name of that thing that they used to use, like a flat piece of bread that you'd put the food on? I don't remember what you'd call that. There was a term for it.
Hardtack?
Like earlier than that, but that'll work. I'll ask. Oh, we probably have some hardtack. I say, will you put whatever you've got on some hardtack? And put out the little big square biscuits.
Yeah. 2 silver.
I hand her the silver and ask if she's seen Finn.
She'll gesture
Have
down
you
the
seen
bar.
Finn? Thank you.
He's drinking, talking to somebody who's a little bit wide-eyed. Yeah, and so then I cut the thing's head off, did a backflip, and saved the day. And I think everyone lived happily ever after, but to be honest, I didn't stick around to check. Really wanted to get home for a bath. Oh, little fellas.
We're getting ready to go, Finn. We're just grabbing a meal for the road. Are you ready?
Yeah. He'll chug the rest of the drink that he's got. He holds out the finger. It takes a good 6 or 7 seconds, and we're good. Slams it down. He puts a platinum piece in the cup and says, we're good to go.
Have I ever seen a platinum piece before? Maybe some bougie bitch wizard at the community college?
He paid you in platinum for the...
Oh, that's right.
For the potions.
Still remarkable to see.
Yeah. Here, the silver coins have one of the mountains stamped onto it on one side, and somebody's face on the other.
Uh-huh.
The gold coins have the volcano on one side, and somebody else's face on the other.
The Emperor and the Empress,
The
Baron
platinum
O'Money
has a dragon on one side and a dragon on one side and a strange triangular symbol on the other.
Do I
No, I think-
understand the symbology?
No, never mind. Okay. It's got a dragon on one side and just a plain circle stamped on the other.
Ooh.
The plain circle is Genesis. The only thing higher than the royalty are dragons and gods. But I'll just say, all right, I just got to go get Lizzie.
We'll be out front with Nicole.
Wonderful. I'll meet you at the gate.
Who's Lizzie?
My mount.
Oh,
You'll meet her soon.
excited. Okay.
Y'all head to the moon gate. It's got a moon carved into the wooden gates. Well, probably stone gates. There's a moon carved into... moon carved into the gates. As
Moon
you
gate.
wait there for Finn to arrive, there's perception checks.
Certainly.
9, 7, 16.
Fantastic.
21.
Oh, the 16, you're not getting anything. But with the 21 and your scent ability, something smells strange and dry and deserty. And there's a sound from behind you that's like it's almost a rustling. But you turn around and there is a creature. It must be about 10 feet tall and at least 30 feet long. And it's a lizard. Atop it is Finn in a specially designed saddle, ornately carved, with the name Lizzie embossed in it, in what looks to be precious gems. And it is running towards you, with its limbs flailing about like bones are optional.
Fuck.
That's the
Is
worst
it running
part.
like one of those water lizards? It's just like Looney Tune arms spinning.
Need a gif of that. Come on, how has nobody gifted that? God damn.
What are we looking for?
Solar Opposites floppy lizard.
I will look it up on YouTube. Oh, good. Okay. There's got to be a way to cut it. Start here. Copy.
Watching
Genesis
thing.
OOC. I presume this is what you mean, God?
Yes, that.
Except for it's 10 feet tall and 30 feet long.
It is approximately that proportion.
Okay.
Maybe
So this thing
maybe
could
8
definitely...
feet tall and 25 feet long.
But this thing could definitely eat us.
Oh, absolutely.
So there's a little bit of a terror response as I instinctively cast Shield.
I have returned.
Wonderful.
There's a giant floppy lizard running towards us with Finn sitting atop it.
Shit.
Yeah,
In
we're
a good
ready to...
way, I think.
Yeah, this is his mount, and it could definitely eat us and not
Wait,
choke.
he brought that?
Yeah, we're leaving town with him. We're going on an adventure with him, and this is what he's riding.
We're sure it's not going to eat us too. We're absolutely sure of that.
It's charging at us right now while we're out town, waiting for him to show
I
up.
do not appreciate that. Dasha casts Spear.
Fear?
Fear.
Oh, fear.
F-E.
Oh.
Fear. F-E-A-R.
Well, it's Akita sliding towards you, so it couldn't really stop if it wanted to. But
I'm gonna at least make it do make a hard 90-degree turn when
Yes.
when it gets close to me.
Yeah, no, full on Akita slide, like that motorcycle thing where it just like slides sideways at you and it stops in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
He gives the cool guy smile and flicks his hair. You ready?
Yeah, that thing's fucking terrifying.
It's just Lizzie.
Dasha's
Lizzie
Cauldron growls.
could eat us, so I hope Lizzie is well controlled.
Depends what you mean by well controlled.
Is Lizzie going to eat us? Is this a concern we should be aware of?
Oh no, no! I've got a ring of sustenance stuck to our big toe. There, look. You see that there is in fact a magical ring stuck to one of the lizard's toes.
Ah,
Never gets hungry.
intelligent.
Oh no, she's not very smart.
I meant of you.
Oh, thank you.
Dr. Thrace nods wide, smiles wide, and nods.
Dasha reaches into her pocket to find a snack to offer to Lizzie.
You've got some
Offers it to
leftovers
her
for you
with
to
an
carry
open
in.
hand, like you would be. And Dasha offers the snack to Lizzie with her open hand, like you would to a horse. Slightly mean mugging her the entire time because Dasha does not trust this creature, but she wants to befriend it.
Finn grimaces nervously, but Lizzie will sniff at the meat and slurp it into its mouth with its tongue. It looks like a giant monitor lizard, but with...
Dasha makes direct eye contact with this animal the entire time this interaction is taking place.
It's looking at you like it's not sure if you exist or not.
Dasha makes harder eye contact.
It slurps at the
She tries to
the
stare
morsel.
into its soul.
There's a slurping sound for about 30 or 40 seconds as it rolls the meat around in its mouth, and then it just kind of opens its mouth and lets it fall out.
Dasha sticks her nose up in the air and turns around and walks off.
Hey, she liked it. She won't eat anything. Only dogs and people eat when they're not hungry. Sometimes cats, I hear.
Am I instinctively afraid of cats still?
Necessarily, you're a hedgehog. You got some protection.
I do. That's true.
Well, you want to hop on, or?
I don't know that Nicole's could.
He looks at the horse, looks back at the lizard, looks at the horse, seriously considering.
Dasha looks at her chicken-legged cauldron, wondering if it will be able to stay on top of the lizard.
I suppose I should leave Lizzie here.
Well, you could bring her, even if we don't all fit on her.
Nah, it's too much chance of collateral damage. You gotta keep 6 feet clear of either side of her at all times when she's walking.
And that way we can make use of potions while we're
I can't...
trapped.
I've made sure she's not gonna eat nobody, but if you get next to her while she's flapping about, there's nothing I can do or she can do to stop it.
I imagine you clear debris from these sides of roads.
Yeah, I should charge for that. Thoughts for later. I'll be right back. He'll hop back up on the lizard and flop its way at top speed back and skid around a corner. It'll be about 15 minutes before he walks back over. All right, ready to go?
Josh's cauldron jumps and wags its butt.
All right, lead the way, Cauldron. I'm joking. He says as he he walks.
The cauldron attempts to lead the way, pulling on the leash that Dasha has made for it.
Wonderful.
Our face is gone, but I want to make a good impression. I'd like to spend the time walking, trying to subtly upsell us as his new source of potions in town. I understand now the town's economy entirely relies on this man, and I need to ingratiate myself.
Yes. He'll be upsold on anything. As long as it's actually worth something, he'll buy it.
But see, Dasha understands this already, and she, a part of her is hellbent on making the weirdest potions she can conceive of and seeing if he will drink them.
Yes. It's
She doesn't know what they do. She just wants to know if he'll drink them. She's experimenting on this man.
This is effectively the merchant with infinite gold. He's not going to sell you anything, but he will buy literally anything you have at market price.
And he's Dasha's guinea pig.
Yes. Well, as you're walking along, he is looking to either side of the trail with a pair of binoculars.
Can I guess what they do?
You're going to say perception check, aren't you?
I was actually going to say percentiles.
That too. It was a good guess.
It was a good guess.
I agree. That's probably next.
Yes.
A flat 40.
43.
All right.
I looked for my dice from the table because I went and played Magic yesterday.
Nice.
But that was enjoyable.
Yeah, I had a good time.
A guy I was dating last year taught me how to play Magic, and then I let it slip that I was autistic, and he stopped talking to me while we were on a trip together.
Oh my god.
It was really upsetting at the time, but looking back, it was actually like the stupidest thing ever. Like, are you serious,
Really?
dude?
It's like,
Like,
yeah,
you paid for this whole trip, and now you're not speaking to me. What?
like
At least it was only 2 days.
Diametrically opposed to learning fun facts about things when they bring them casually. Like, why would that be?
No, seriously.
Like, issue there. Like, oh no, I'm so sorry that I have hyper fixated on just about anything you could mention. And so
I
when
just
you
dropped
have
it as like a fun fact for context, like about something about who I was as a person. I don't know. It just came up in conversation and it was relevant. And it was like a 2-day trip, but still, it was like there was an entire day where he just like did not to me. I'm like, what is happening?
I got
Of course, super distressing at the time, but in retrospect, like, you are weak and your bloodline is weak, and what is wrong with you?
Yeah.
one not survive with.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
I learned how to play Magic finally, though. I'm not very good at it, but
Well, yeah.
Very complicated.
I need to make a trip down there.
down here, yes, come visit.
Yes. See, I want to offer to run a one-shot, but I'm not like.
Well, if you came down
Conclusion is
here,
hard.
if I got a group together and immersed them in Genesis, and then got you down here, it's like, hey, this is the person who runs my games, the person who made the world that we play in.
I would love to play as.
Then I can
player
have you
before
run
as
a
well.
game, and then I can cameo as Sequoia.
The last time I got to be a player, I think I only got like maybe 2 sessions as Dick Stitch Shit Pitcher, also known as Brother Woe.
But you had your lizard folk too.
Yes, but this was before
The Eight, the Chosen One. That was a great character.
Brother Woe worshipped a god of fate that was actually a god of trickery.
That's pretty good.
Yep, and just the worst things. He's just like basically Eeyore, just always bringing up just the saddest things possible. It's just so sad that it's funny.
I'm still trying to get our group together, but so far my one confirmed person wants to play an orc druid.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm excited to see what everybody else comes up with. They have a lot of people who have never played before who have expressed interest. And I always love to see what those people come up with.
Yeah, that's great. Well, the walk down the moon road at this point is largely dominated by the view of the pass in front of you. There are some caravans, some just people in wagons just passing every now and then. The weather's not great. It's a bit blustery and cold with occasional snowdrifts. Froggy, make me a fort save.
Save is natural 1.
Oh God, no.
Dasha wraps Grippy in her carrion coat because he is cold-blooded.
Use a hero point.
Unfortunately, no matter how much you bundle him up, he's cold-blooded. He doesn't generate his own heat. It doesn't actually help.
Is there a magical solution to this problem?
I could wrap in the coat with somebody else, like wrap myself in a cloak with somebody, and that would help.
Wait, is he smaller than Dasha? Can he hold on to her? Okay, what if Dasha what if piggyback ride under her carrion coat?
At some point along the walk, on a particularly blustery part, because y'all are going through the pass, so howling winds get real cold and saps Grippy of whatever warmth you had coming up. And things get hazy and dizzy, and then things go white, and everybody sees Grippy pass out.
No.
Oh fuck, Finn says.
Oh fuck, oh shit, oh god, oh fuck.
What's wrong with him?
He's cold-blooded.
He's cold-blooded!
What does that mean?
He does not produce warmth. He absorbs it through thermal radiation. As I will move over to Grippy and prop Grippy up a little bit, try and rub some warm into my frog husband.
Oh right, somebody tried to come on
Dasha,
to me with this once.
Dasha whips off her carrion coat to cover him.
No. Somebody tried to come on to me with this once. What we need to do is we need to get him naked, and I'll carry him.
Get out of
the way! I'll carry him piggyback under my cloak. I'll just strap him on.
He could do it clothed as well, but yes, that would be ideal.
Okay. He looks like he just realized this. Okay. That's okay. They were just trying to get in my pants. It wasn't even true. Okay. Anyway.
Boże mój.
But yeah, he'll take some rope and tie Grippy into like a piggyback ride sort of position, and then put the cloak over the both of them. Within the next 15-20 minutes, Grippy will come back to. You regained consciousness a bit before that, but it was all blurry and hazy, but you come fully back.
Ooh, that's terrible.
Uh,
At some point, I should look into purchasing one of those rings of, I believe they're called enduring element, something of the fact.
Oh. Yeah. He'll look in his belt. You see that his belt is just has pouches just surrounding it, at least 10 of them. He starts fiddling with them. He pulls out like to be a half a dozen rings and starts poking around. I think this one. He'll pass it back to you.
Finn, you're a kind man.
Okay, thanks.
How much would you like for it?
Just put it on your fucking finger, dude.
Oh,
I stopped
Grippy
needing this
inquired.
like 5 years ago. But when Grippy puts it on, immediately the cold stops. You feel perfectly warm. Like, not warm, but like room temp. Ah, there! He'll shout as he whips around so quick that it swings Grippy a little bit, fumble a little bit trying to put the ring on. Luckily, you've got sticky hands. But he points out into the distance, looking through his binoculars. A griffin!
What?
He looks over.
Best
Anybody
of
want to fight a griffin?
Yep.
We will do
we're
our
doing
best.
All right, so if it's anything like other monsters, it likes shiny thing. Anybody got anything shiny?
But we still have that weaver thing that we never ended up having to use.
Yeah, hand that over to Finn and say, like this?
Oh, that's great. That's bait too. Yeah. He'll pull out looks to be a mid-sized brass mirror. He'll take that in one hand and put the orb weaver thing on the tip of his sword and wave it around with the other.
I should have picked up a net.
Definitely should have. He has mentioned having had problems with flying creatures before. Oh, okay. Perception checks, everybody.
I was
wait,
right.
You already got you already made the perception checks. Yes.
Did we?
Did you? No, perception checks.
No, I called that it was going to be our next check, though.
Aha. Yes, you did call it. Everybody, perception checks.
19.
11 plus 6 is 17.
Pulling out a notepad. All right, Grippy was what?
9.
All right, and Thrace was what?
This was 17.
Griffin plus 13, so got 18.
And then for me, that's a 19, and whatever my bonus is, I think it's 6.
Yes, that makes you go
25.
first. Fantastic.
Wait, first for what? I'm sorry. I had to step away. I had to pee. And I stepped away for a second.
Just a moment, and I'll
Or step right back. Roll something.
Yes. Okay. So you're walking along. Finn is helping warm Grippy up and is offering a ring of endure elements. And as Grippy is putting that on his finger, he swishes around. He turns around quickly, almost flinging Grippy off his back, his binoculars to his face, and points up at the sky, saying, "There, a griffin! You guys want to fight a griffin?" At which point he got y'all's orb weaver spider carapace and a brass mirror, put the spider carapace on the tip of his sword, and went and started waving them. And the griffin started diving. The perception check was who notices that they're in range first. So, with a griffin diving at you, what do?
I would like to cast a spell.
First, Dasha.
Understood. Let's see. I don't know all my spells that well yet because I haven't sat down to look at all the definitions, but I know fear tends to work for these sorts of things. And if I'm going first, I want to scare this thing away from everybody. So we'll go with fear.
You accept that you want this. You want its corpse. That's lots of magical ingredients right there.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, wait. So
if you scare it off, there's no way you're going to catch it if it's flying.
Right, that's true. No, I definitely need that. So, sorry, I don't have my phone in front of me, and I'm washing my dog's bowl, so I can't look at my spells right now.
Give me a second, I'll check.
Thank you so much.
So gosh, I can't remember spells. Roll me a d4.
Give me just 1 second.
Roll me a d4, Zandra, please.
D4.
Thank you, Zandra.
4.
4.
Hell yeah.
Temporary size alteration. Dasha's spell misfires.
Sandra, you can roll for me anytime.
Temporary size alteration of who?
Roll me another d4.
2.
Of
The
the Griffin. It's going to make a fort save versus being shrunk by 1 size category. Rolled a 16 plus fortitude of plus 13. It shrinks by about a foot. Not enough to make much of a difference, but it does shrink.
Okay.
And Grippy.
I mean, I guess I'll just prepare to throw a javelin when it gets in range after climbing down off Finn's back so that he can fight freely.
It is in range.
Oh, throw a javelin.
Attack roll.
7, 25.
That will hit. Give me damage.
3 points of damage.
3.
I am down to 3 javelins.
Gotcha. Can you reset your headset real quick?
Yeah. How's that?
You sound good.
Much better. Thank you. The javelin will arc through the air and stab into the griffin's side, or grab it into the joint between the wing and body, but it doesn't seem to slow it.
In combat medicine, we call that a junctional wound.
Yes.
Also, laundry above the table. If I can get all my stripper money together in the next few weeks, I may be up in Portland to upgrade my certs in October.
Oh, nice. Yay. That'd be great.
We get to do scenario training with like fire and a shitload of blood.
Ooh.
It's $1,500, and I have to go to the Beaverton Police Training Center. It's gonna suck ass.
Oh, wow. Oof.
I'm leaving my phone at home. I'm so scared.
Yes.
I'm literally leaving my real phone in Oakland and bringing a burner for the whole trip. Like, I'm so scared.
Yeah.
But like, I've trained with these people before. It's really, it's where I trained the last time. But like, after, if I can get it together to take this class,
Yeah.
we're gonna have the best decompression party afterwards.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Next up, Finn is ready with his sword. Next up is the Griffin. Just a moment. Could have sworn I had a list. Anyway, the Griffin is going to, for one of its actions, probably to do a shrieky thing. Regal Shriek. 1 action. Griffin unleashes a shriek that transitions into a terrifying roar. Each creature must attempt a DC 20 will save.
They're making a DC 20 will save?
Yes, everybody is.
Can somebody roll for me? I am in the
Certainly.
kitchen.
You got a 14.
Thank you. Hell yeah.
I got considerably worse. But I've got a good will save. I don't suppose 18 is close enough to 20.
No, not quite.
I got 22.
22, very nice.
Okay, fancy pants.
And what'd you get for... Dasha has a fort of plus 5.
Oh, Xander rolled for me.
Yeah, 14.
The first
plus
number
your
she
will
called.
14 plus 5. 19.
Oh, it cast it back. It cast fear back at you.
Oh no! Everybody is frightened 1. This means you're... Take a status penalty equal to this value to all your checks and DCs. So -1 to all your stuff until the beginning of next turn. And then it is going to... Flying Strafe. Flies up to its fly speed and makes 2 talon strikes at any point during that movement. Each strike must target a different creature. The attacks take the normal multiple attack penalty. Alright, first one is Grippy. Second one is Finn. Well, first one's going to end up being Finn. It's going to attack Finn with a Talon Strike of plus 10 on Finn, which will scrape his armor, and he's going to hit it back with enough to hit. And deals 19 damage.
Jeez.
He basically slashes a hole in the thing's hide as it's coming at you. It scrapes against his armor and then tries to get you. Oh, god damn it. Fucking god. Fuck.
Nat 20.
Yep.
Finn just crit. Let's see what a Finn crit looks like. I'm excited.
We're about to see what a Griffin.
Yeah.
A
Griffin crit on Finn. Understood.
No, a Griffin crit on B.
Yep.
Oh, perfect.
I'm gonna check what
So should I just...
critical hits are in this. Or if the result of your attack exceeds your AC by 10, your attack does double damage. Come on. Alright. I will give you a choice. You can take the double damage, Grippy.
Oh, not me.
Or you can roll on the crit table.
We'll go crit table, because the double damage, like, not to metagame too hard, but, like, I know roughly what a Griffin is capable of doing in a single attack. Like, you know, probably looking at an average of, like, 7 to 14 damage. And on the high end of that, I just fucking die.
All right.
So we'll go crit table, which I still might just fucking die, but
at least it'll be more
might just
creative.
be...
And you got the opportunity
Exactly.
that it's something not, not too bad. Roll me percentiles.
Right.
11.
11.
Disarming strike. The Griffin's claws strike the target's weapon or shield, knocking it out of their grasp.
Perfect.
A
I had not yet
sidebar.
ready for javelin.
The target must
A
succeed.
sidebar for Dr. Thrayce and Dasha.
Yeah.
Should Zandra and I maybe do this in a text chat to strategize?
Go ahead and strategize in text chat if you'd like.
Okay, cool. Let me grab my phone because we gotta help our friend.
You, unfortunately, Grippy, are never unarmed.
Oh, wait. No. Am I about to be?
Yeah.
Oh.
The thing scrapes against his armor, gives a squawking, hissing cry as it's struck by the blade, and it grabs onto your arm and starts to lift you into the sky. And Finn grabs your leg and yanks down. And you are no longer in its grasp. You hit the ground with an oof and a blinding pain in your shoulder.
Yeah, Pierdole.
Oh my fuck. Grippy's just screaming.
So Grippy has been disarmed.
Man,
Luckily, as a monk, you can use any part of your body. You can just as easily flurry of blows with a kick and a punch as you would with a punch and a punch.
but I just lost an arm.
But you did just lose an arm.
Ow. Fuck.
Dasha runs to collect Grippy's dismembered arm.
It is Dr. Thrayce's turn next.
Did the Griffin take
Get
my
the arm!
with it?
The Griffin did take your arm with it, yes.
I'm getting the arm!
For my turn, things have significantly changed since I decided what I was going to do. So instead, I'm going to cast Mystic Armor to increase my AC, and then I'm going to cast Sure Strike, and that is my turn.
Up in your AC and cast in Sure Strike. Will that up your next to hit?
My next attack, the next attack roll before the end of your next turn. Or no, it's before the end of your turn. So I will cast Shield instead of Sure Strike.
Gotcha. I also need to just roll damage for the Griffin.
Is it? This is still it attacking us?
Oh, I forgot to roll actual damage.
Oh, that's fair. You lost no hit points, but you lost an arm.
You're taking regular damage and losing an arm. That's 4 and 2 plus 4. 10 damage.
Fine.
You're alive. Are you in the yellow or red?
I'm in the yellow. Like, I am still above half.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I am quite tanky for such a little guy. Monks get quite a few hit points.
Hell yeah. Well, good. Then Dasha is up next.
All right, so... Oh, I have a couple things I'm considering as far as taking this Griffin, because I need to make sure that the carcass is salvageable. So I'm not really sure if Grim Tendrils is the right choice. And I'm also not sure if Scorching Blast is the right choice, because that could also potentially do a lot of damage.
Possibly.
And I'm just I'm looking at my spell list. I don't have all the definitions, the specifics. I just have I have the names in front of me. I really need to write all of this down.
Can you tell us the names? How many are there? That's probably a good
Oh,
starting
yeah.
question.
Okay. So for my cantrips,
Yes.
I've got 10 of those. I have Detect Magic, Forbidding Ward, Know the Way, Illuminate, Message, Void Warp, Wash Your Luck, Tame,
Okay,
Presto,
a little slower. Forbidding Ward, Know the Way,
Illuminate,
Illuminate. Gotcha.
Message,
Message.
Void
Gotcha.
Warp,
Void Warp. Gotcha.
Wash Your Luck,
Wash Your Luck. Gotcha.
Tame,
Tame. Gotcha.
Prestidigitation, Presto,
Presto. Gotcha.
and Invoke True Name.
All right.
Do you have first level spells?
And then for first, I have 5 of those. For first level, I have Command, Fear, Grim Tendrils, Protection, and Scorching Blast.
Give me just a second.
Oh, yeah, take your time.
What were your last 2 first level spells?
Protection and Scorching Blast. I wanted to hold off on Scorching Blast because if we're fighting this Griffin, like, I need the bits and pieces, so, like, I don't want to char the thing.
All right, there was Scorching Blast, and what for your first level spells?
Scorching Blast, Protection, Grim Tendrils, Fear, and Command.
I would say cast Forbidding Ward between Grippy and the Griffin.
That's probably a good call. All right, I will do that. And do I get another action because I want the arm?
Yes.
All right, so I cast Forbidding Ward, and then for my action, I go for Grippy's arm.
Grippy's arm is in the bird's talons in the sky.
Ooh, okay, I missed that part.
Yes, I missed
that's a
that
problem.
first too. It is. We need to bring this bird back down to Earth as quickly as possible.
I mean, I can cast Forbidding Ward to shield Grippy from the Griffin. But then whoever's up next, I feel like obviously we want Grippy's arm back. We should be ready to make the Griffin drop the arm.
I've got plans.
As the next step in the offense. Sorry, Zandra, what did you say?
I've got plans in motion.
Okay, fantastic. Then I'll cast Forbidding Ward and you handle recovering the arm.
Okay, just a second. I'm building up your spell list and this thing.
I will actually write down the definitions to all of those eventually.
Apologies, taking a second.
No problem.
Okay, fantastic. Now I've got your spells loaded up and the character sheet I've got for you. So now I can just hover over them and see what they all do. Fantastic.
You have access to the copy of Dr. Thrayce, right?
I do not.
I will send you a link over Discord.
Okay.
But we can do stuff while I'm doing that.
Yeah. So, Forbidding Ward between. Fantastic. And what was the next action? Just get in a good position?
Yeah, I guess so.
And, alright, then in that case, next up is Finn. Fantastic. He is going to swing the sword. Just a second, pulling up Finn's character sheet. Should have had this ready by now. Okay. Alright, swinging with a plus 20. He rolled a 2, and that's going to hit. And Bird just arrived.
Yay!
Yes, working on that. It's a smaller room this time, but probably best to bust out your phone. You've got your own hegemophones. And make sure to mute me.
Mm-hmm. Hello.
Ayo.
Alright, now I have Bird muted here.
Okay, how does that work?
Sounds fantastic. Good to hear from you.
Perfect.
Yeah,
works for me. Okay, just need to get my headphones working. And there we go, connect.
I've been disarmed, and you might be thinking, Grippy, you're a monk. How could you be disarmed? Well, if you look at the root of the word disarm, you might infer that it involves a limb, namely my arm. having been torn from my body.
I'm gonna need a perception check from Grippy. Got a D20 ready here. I get your character sheet up here. Just for Mr. Wigglesworth to find out where he is in initiative.
I got 25.
Just for Mr. Wigglesworth. Perception check. +7 for you. 15. Fantastic. Putting you in the initiative order. You slinky out of Dr. Thrayce's familiar pouch. It's pretty cold. It's snowing. It's blustering a little bit, but more importantly, there is a giant giant fuck off Griffin.
Loving the reverb on you guys right now. It really does make you sound like God.
Oh, that.
If you just mute God, it actually works pretty well.
I'm sure I've got another pair of headphones here somewhere.
I like the reverb just for you specifically because it makes you sound more
godly.
What's the word? More godlike.
Deific.
Yeah, it's weird. Bird doesn't come across at all on yours.
Yeah, I've got a headset mic.
Living for it.
How's everybody hearing Bird now? Or how's everybody hearing me through Bird? Are you still hearing me?
Yep.
Can you?
I'm hearing some. It's more than just reverb. It's like a delay. Now it's like I'm hearing like you'll speak a sentence and then I hear the sentence start again, like halfway through you speaking.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Yes.
Is it still doing the delay thing?
Yes.
Oh, let's turn the other way.
Do you have two microphone pickups? Sorry, try again.
I'm trying to talk now. Can you hear me through Birds or no?
I can hear Laundry better through her microphone than I can hear Bird through there. With Bird's mic, I'm hearing like a quiet Bird voice, and then I hear the same thing that they just said in a normal voice. So I think maybe Bird's mic is the one that's hiccuping. Yeah, your sound is still pretty glitchy.
If we turn off the microphone for Laundry, but then do what was going on before we started messing with it with Birds, we can hear both Bird and Laundry fairly well at the same time.
Okay. All right. How about now?
Sounds
perfect. Good to me. Also very good.
All right. Not overly quiet on my end?
Nope.
All good.
Okay. Hopefully that comes through in the recording. And you can still hear me just fine?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. Griffin is diving out of the sky. You're in the mountain pass on the moon road. On down the trail is the big old pass, mostly obscured by clouds and snow. Back behind you is the trail towards Moonstep village. The Griffin is mid-sweep down and is taking off with something in its claws. No, you can account for all of your family members, or you can account for like 2 7/8.
It's Mr. Whiskers, isn't it?
Nope, it's Grippy's arm.
Oh God.
Was it my hand that was wearing the ring?
No.
Thank God. Just
That
bleeding out and freezing.
So 22 would hit, but a 12 will not. That's -5 for each one, so plus 15, 17, still not going to hit. I'm going to take the third swing at a -10 for a +10 total. 9. God damn it. He misses with the second 2 swings, but he hits with the first. All right, 3. Give me another D6 here. All right, got 8 plus 13. Another 21 damage as he cuts the back legs off of it and swings for the front leg but misses twice. Next up is Grippy.
I guess I'm gonna down a drinking potion or a healing potion.
All potions are drinking potions.
Want to just regular 1d8 one? Somebody roll a d8 for me.
Okay. 3.
I'm looking for a d8.
Can you still hear me just fine?
Yeah.
Okay. That was a 3.
3 is fine. That probably will at least stop it to where I'm not active bleeding. And then second action, grab grappling hook. Third action, whip grappling hook at dumb bird that has my arm.
Yes.
Frog style. Secret technique.
Sticky
Grippy
tongue.
growls, getting to his feet.
My frog style.
Roll me that to hit.
And Nat 20 for the vengeance. Nat
Yeah.
20 for the
Yes.
Nice.
Eat my shit, you
Nice.
bloody fucking 5-piece meal.
Now here's the question. Would you like to do double damage or have it roll on the crit chart?
Crit chart.
All
But then
right.
the second question, wings or drumstick?
As a bisexual, I refuse to choose. I'm having one of each. They're big enough for us all to share a wing and a drumstick.
Certainly, sir.
All right. Give me a critical hit chart for a grappling hook used on a griffin.
And is it just a d6 for the damage? Is it a d4?
Yes. I think it's a d6.
D4.
And
Oh,
roll me
6 plus 1.
percentiles.
7.
Nice. 7 damage.
I love
All right.
74.
74. Nice. 74 is beak hook. The hook catches on the griffin's beak, hindering its ability to bite. The griffin has disadvantage on bite attacks for d4 rounds. Now, next question. Do you let go of the rope?
I probably should, but Finn's right there, so if Finn wants to grab the rope
Oh my god.
to help me yoink that fucker down, then I think so I guess I'll shout out to Finn, "Hey Finn, lend me a hand?"
As you're being dragged up into the air by the rope.
Oh god, no, I'm letting go. I didn't realize I was already going into the air. No, I am letting go. I'm not losing another limb to this thing.
Yeah, that was gonna be Finn's action, was grab you by the legs and pull back down again.
Why wouldn't he grab the fucking rope? Finn, you absolute beautiful idiot.
Because Grippy didn't exactly lose the arm to the griffin alone. Grippy got grabbed by the arm and lifted into the air to be taken by the griffin, and Finn grabbed Grippy by the legs and pulled down.
I guess it was a crapshoot of which limb I lost in that sense, or in that situation.
I'm glad it wasn't your torso.
Yeah. Can you imagine, losing my leg and also being dragged off into the air?
Oh no!
Yep.
Well, it is now the griffin's turn. It is pissed and wounded. It's taken 2/3 of its health. Yeah, it's gonna try to run.
I also really like the not willing to confirm criticals this system, because it feels so fucking bad when you roll a nat 20 and then you you roll to confirm and you're 1 point away from confirming a critical. Just feels so fucking.
Yeah, it's not fun. But I don't know, how are you enjoying the choice of double damage or crit chart?
I like it. I think it's really, really interesting. I think it makes criticals much more exciting, and
there's a gamble to it.
Adds variety. Yeah.
Well, then next up, as it flies, how far? 180 feet away, it is Dr. Thrayce's turn.
Fantastic. You said 80 feet away?
180.
180. Well,
the end of the rope is 80 feet away.
Is fast. I'm going to wave aloft the Staff of Summoning and summon the fastest thing I can think of, a diving hawk, and summon it to chase that rope.
Oh, okay. A hawk will appear for some chanting and chase the rope. It's not sure what to do with it once it's got it.
We'll get to that later.
Wigglesworth. You get a guidance. Everybody gets a guidance.
Give the hawk a guidance. I don't know what it's doing, but I think it might need.
We're killing a griffin for parts, Wigglesworth.
And for the Grippy goes to put a hand to chin and realizes his missing left arm. Starts screaming all over again.
This causes Bob to scream louder.
Yes.
We've learned that Grippy capable great cognitive dis, so I am sure. Yeah.
Your son's gonna be a SoundCloud rapper, Dad. Aren't you proud?
First of its kind. So I am rapidly fluctuating between the realization that I don't have an arm and completely denying that I have lost an arm.
Yeah, that's about.
Can I have used my last action to move my movement speed in the direction of the Griffin god?
Yes.
It's only 25 feet, so it doesn't help a lot, but...
Then it will be Dasha's turn.
Okay, then. What a shrine.
Right? That has to be a place. Do you know about the Grotto of Arsar?
Ooh,
I need to take his. I almost
yeah,
started praying
yeah,
in fucking
the grotto.
candles. Like, it's gorgeous.
My choir used to go there all the time. They were only allowed to sing non-secular songs. There's absolutely that's where Rosalina hunts.
Correct.
The nun vampire.
There ain't no vampire here.
Haha.
Especially the shrine, you just lean straight at it. It's.
Not sure there is anything that anyone can do at this point, except Finn is going to grab the 2 javelins from you and chuck them both.
Do they hit?
I am looking.
It's a shame I can't put Sure Strike on him.
Plus 16. 18 plus 16. That first one will hit. How much damage do those do? Grippy, your javelins, how much do they do?
They deal 1d6.
1d6. Fantastic. That's 2 plus 7, 9 damage. Brings it down to 57. And the second one, come on, 3.
With guidance, does that help
That's
me?
4 plus 11 is a 15. Will unfortunately miss. He is going to spend a hero point.
He is a hero.
He counts. That's crooked. Nat 20.
There you go.
There we go.
There we go.
Does Finn choose
have
for
my
them to
phone on,
do roll
so I don't.
double damage or roll on the chart?
Double damage.
It also would have whatever I think deals a persistent 1 point of bleed damage.
Yes.
Games like bleeding 1 or something like that. I can't remember. I don't have my phone right in.
Yes. Well, the Griffin had a total of 60 hit points, and it had taken 57 damage, and it does a d6 plus 7. So, it dead.
Perfect.
It's
super.
He runs over, grabs the javelins off of your back, and chucks them one after the other. The first one thunks and the thing keeps flying, and the second one, already in the air, thunks into it a second later, and it falls. With a puff of white, it crashes into a snowbank.
I'll cheer. Yay!
Yes!
Yes. Yippee! And then back to screaming.
So that Thunder Cougar Falcon Bird is still here, yeah?
You can track down its corpse. It didn't fall that far away.
I wanted to grab and retrieve Grippy's arm.
You've got it.
Fantastic.
You dig through the snowbanks and pull out a frog arm, combined with torn robe.
While that's happening, Dr. Thrayce says, I don't know how to reattach your arm, Grippy. I wish I did, but I don't.
I also do not.
Well, you'll be surprised by the wonders of modern prostheses. They're relatively cheap.
Bird with one wing cannot. Luckily, I'm a and Grippy will give a hop and heel click. I already went through the most important step of grieving for me, the pilot.
Alright, everybody gains 60 XP. As Finn will come over and help haul the carcass out of the snowbank, and with your help, hopefully, get all the materials. Somebody needs to make a survival check, and somebody needs to make a nature check.
My survival is +2, and my nature is +6. I'd be willing to do the nature. Dasha, what are your nature and survival checks?
You might be muted.
It is muted, and has been for a while.
Fair enough.
My bonus is the same for both of them, and mine, so I can make either one, but I got a 26.
I could do survival. I don't have my character sheet in front of me, so I'm not totally sure what my bonus is.
Let me check here.
Well, I got a 24 on the nature if you got a 26 on the survival.
Okay.
Yeah,
between the
that
two,
works for me.
You're able to get the talons, get the paws, get the head. Luckily, the grappling hook dislocated the jaw but didn't break it. Retrieving your equipment, your javelins, and your grappling hook, he will huck the rest of the carcass along with you until nightfall, at which point he will dump it down next to the fire and start looking for a spit.
Griffy will help. Absolutely.
Yeah. And y'all are eating Griffin tonight.
Oh, yeah, we are.
So everyone get their piece of it because Bob eats like Arva, and you're not gonna miss.
Oh, God.
Face first into the side of it.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Who wanted wings?
Probably me.
There's honestly enough wing around that there's enough to go around. The back end is unfortunately a bit gamey. Cat is not necessarily
Dasha
gamey.
is less concerned with sustenance than immediately taking every salvageable and potentially magical part off of this creature that she can.
Yes.
Everyone else is chowing down. Dasha's in this thing's mouth with the pliers.
If only I had my Huntara's guide, my Heliana's guide to monster hunting. I have a whole table to roll off of. But we'll say that you've got Griffin eyes. You've got a bunch of Griffin feathers.
Yeah.
Griffin's tongue.
Counts.
He'll let you keep one of the talons.
I bet feather has some use.
Yes, a bunch of Griffin feathers. And the tail.
That's a pretty good list, honestly.
Yeah. But yeah, no. He'll sit down and munch on some Griffin and start telling heroes' tales. I once too got my arm cut off, but then I took an arrow to the knee.
How are you still out?
I had a good cleric. Yeah.
I threw a man off a cliff.
Getting thrown off a cliff is an exhilarating feeling until you hit the ground.
Imagine after that it doesn't feel like much.
It mostly just hurt a lot.
I meant Claire.
Oh, yeah. I don't know, it looked like it hurt. Who am I to say? That would be a question for the cleric.
Not anymore.
No, I think he'd know better now.
Well, you got a way to contact him.
We could probably find a speak with dead scroll somewhere.
Don't you need a
We should
body
ask
for
him.
that?
Yeah, I know where his body's at.
You left him there?
I buried him.
It was just gonna be a splatter. Somebody.
No, I piled rocks on top.
Bob has his multitude hands.
How would you like to be discarded after death, Bob? Do you want a burial?
Do you know what a Viking is? You've eaten enough books, probably, yeah.
Yeah. Like fire. Oh.
Understood, Bob.
And a Viking funeral you shall have.
Bob's eyes are.
Grippy just desires to be thrown into some bushes.
Somebody make a medicine check or something for some treat wound check for the stump.
Yeah,
I don't know who of us is good at that. I don't think it's me.
I am.
It's difficult to do such a surgery on your own arm, though.
Oh, yeah.
Treat wounds, medicine.
I have a +2 and am untrained in medicine.
I think, Grippy, you're gonna have to do it to yourself.
Well, rolling a medicine check.
Dasha might have a higher wisdom, but unless the child is trained in medicine,
I don't believe I am.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
At best, it would be marginally better.
I got a 25.
25.
Dasha's mostly geared towards occult arcana and survival.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Dasha
So
is on that backwoods witch doctor shit.
If I were to sew it back on and use healing potions, could I get it to reattach?
Wait, can I make a potion?
Yeah.
Okay. And we're wild magicking it. I'm like just pulling from my list of ingredients.
Yep. Just give me a second. Give me a list of potions.
Pulling up my list right now. All right. So, for ingredients, in my attempt to make a potion to reattach Grippy's arm, I am going to use, for natural ingredients, I'm going to use a feather from the griffin that took his arm. Then I'm going to add,
Ooh, you should do a shaving from the talon as like her sutures.
good idea. I'll add a little of that and get one more physical or solid ingredient. So I'm going to use, I'm going to use the bonus ingredient, the single tier,
Dasha's
the special single tier. Because even though I don't even know all of my character's motivations yet, she's trying to save her friend. That's a pretty big deal. And we're going to suspend it in Griffin blood and tears.
Wonderful.
Tears from the party and also extracted from the tear ducts of the griffin that took the arm.
All right. Just wait for it. All right. D10. Do you have one on you, or would you like Zandra to roll?
Oh, I do have one. Let's see. Oh, here's one of the Christmas dice. We got a 9. A 9!
9.
And that's a magic number. Come on, somebody's seen School of Rock, please.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
seen School of Rock. It's been a decade since School of Rock.
And that's a magic number. School of Rock with Jack Black.
I love that one.
Where he's a substitute teacher who's just teaching the kids to start a punk band.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a song about math.
Well, you have a potion. You
But
don't
it's
know
wild
what it
magic, so we don't know if it works yet.
You gonna hand it to Grippy or what?
I don't know. I mean, like, I feel like I need informed consent for this procedure. So, like, Grippy, you know this is an experimental. Grippy's aware that this is an experimental treatment.
Oh, yeah.
You down?
Oh, yeah. Chug-a-lug.
All right, let's fucking do it.
Glug, glug, here goes the chug.
All right. Just waiting on this to load because I specified that it's trying to heal. All right, and that 9 that heals 1d10 hit points, but the next attack the drinker makes deals half damage. Experiences a temporary drain of energy and vitality, leaving them weakened and vulnerable. You heal, and the arm reattaches, but you feel terrible. You are sickened
Terrible.
for the next day. And with that, with the griffin that you killed resting comfortably in your tummies, and a roaring campfire, and a newly attached arm, even if there's some side effects, we'll end today's game.
GG.
Round of applause.
GG, everybody.
And it was 60 from the Griffin.
Yeah, you got 60 from the griffin, and I'm throwing out another 90.
Another 90?
Yes, so total of 150.
So we as a group are at 50?
No, 260. No, 250. You're right, 250. Because it was 9 and 6.
Yes.
Hell yeah. Quarter of a way to the next one.
Woohoo!
Wonderful. Well, thank you, everybody. GG.
Great job, everybody.
And I will be able to make next week, but the following week I won't.
Gotcha.
Because that's when I fly out to the West Coast.
Yes.
Understood.
Yay, Dizzle's coming back.
Yay. Tegan, send me a text and we'll schedule a call.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I need all the info I can get. I feel like after watching and experiencing you run all of our games for the last 4 years, I feel like I have a pretty good idea of where to start with it. But I don't know, some details and help just fleshing things out and having a clear plan for things are like the next steps I'm looking for, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. Like,
wonderful.
I don't know.
I'm excited.
I don't know. I've been loving our games so much. And anytime it comes up in conversation with other people, they're like, oh, that's interesting. I've always wanted to play. Or I haven't played in so long. I've wanted to play again for a while.
Aw. Well,
So I've been like parsing my social circles and trying to figure out who would actually be down to play regularly. And I think it could happen. So I want to have like a plan for if it actually does.
Yes. That'd be wonderful. All right.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your help.
You're welcome.
I love you all. Good night, everyone.
Love you. Good
Let me,
night.
can I ask you something real quick?
Yes.
I took the alchemical crafting feat at the last level, but if I multi-class into alchemist, I get that and some other stuff. Can I take my feat into multi-class into alchemist instead of just taking alchemical crafting?
Sure.
Perfect.
Wonderful. That level was gained mostly through the combats and stuff. You hadn't quite settled down to alchemy as a mainline profession yet. I would allow you to swap that feat out when you do multi-class into alchemy, or to alchemist. And just let you take a different feat if you get that one for free.
Because at next level we get a class feat, and you can. Oh wait, no. Next level we get a druid. Fourth level
the different
we get
characters.
Oh right. So right. Most characters get them at first level, and I realize that's a thing monks don't get actually.
All right, loves. I got to run and take my dog outside. I love you all so much. I'll see you next week.
Yeah.